Hey, neighbor. I changed my set again. I'm still not in love with anything that I've come up with so far, and it's really frustrating because I have this image in my head of all of the things that I want to be incorporated in the video, and it's just not working out. Like, ideally, I would have the camera over here somewhere. I was going to make the video this weekend, and then I was far too lazy to do anything this weekend other than sleep. I was still recovering from being sick a little bit last week, so here we are. Now I have to go back and watch your video because I completely forgot what you talked about. I'm pretty sure it was something deep. I just don't really remember. Oh, yeah, censorship in media. Thanks for the really light and easy topic, Tom. And my intentions for this isn't for it to come off as a sermon or as I'm preaching. My thoughts aren't law, they're just my interpretation. So I apologize to anyone that I might offend in this video, and I don't really want anyone taking this too seriously, but these are my thoughts on the issue. So when I threw it out there that Nintendo might censor the blood, I thought that was just gonna kind of fly by under the radar. No one was gonna notice. I was hoping that you might mention something, but I wasn't really 100% sold that you were gonna say anything. But I'm really glad that you did. So thanks. So for those of you that don't know, back in the early 90s, Nintendo actually censored the blood from the original Mortal Kombat game. There was no blood in the game. There was no blood in the fatalities or anything like that. But on the Genesis port of the same game, there was blood. And this led to an entire court case about violence and explicit content in video games, and eventually led to the establishment of the SRB that we know today. But in the court case, Nintendo bashed Sega the entire time and basically was like, oh, well, Nintendo didn't do anything wrong. It's all Sega's fault. And honestly, boo Nintendo. This was one thing that you definitely weren't right about. To summarize the court case, it basically was putting the blame on the video game publishers for children having access to video games that probably weren't age appropriate. And the people who were so offended were parents of children who got exposed to maybe content that they weren't mature enough for. There's a really easy way to limit your child's exposure to violent video games. You don't buy your child violent video games. Normally, kids aren't able to purchase something because they don't have an income. Normally, you can't get a job until you're 16, 17, something like that. So at that point, most people are mature enough to play a violent video game and then not go out and reenact what they're doing in this video game. And obviously, just completely limiting someone of something makes them want it more. Like, I would go over to your house and play with guns, not real guns, but toy guns, plastic guns, super soakers, because my mom wouldn't let me have them. And did that mean that I really wanted a real gun in real life? No. Could that be the thing for some people? Sure. But it's my belief that media does not corrupt the individual. An individual interprets media a specific way and then acts upon it. Unfortunately, in the past, this has led to tragedies, and I'm not ever going to blame any one individual piece of medium for acts of violence, and it's outrageous for people to do so. It's just that if you have a worldview, any worldview that can be undone by any one single song, video game, or other piece of medium, maybe it's not that media's fault. Maybe that media isn't the problem. It might be time to look in the mirror. I don't think that music is much different. Obviously, there is one word that I obviously can't say that is just vile and disgusting, just purely based on the context of the word. However, am I going to be the person who goes around and polices that? No, I could never. It wouldn't happen. I don't have the ability. It's not my place. And there are definitely great uses of expletive language in songs. My favorite song, Little Lion Man by Mumford & Sons, has a curse word in it. And I think it actually adds to the value of the song where the artist is coming from. So I guess my question of the day is, what's your favorite use of expletive language in a song? Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button. You can follow me on Twitter at 90sguykev. You can follow Tom on Twitter at 90sguytom. You can follow both of us on Instagram at the 90sguys. And with that, I'll catch you tomorrow, Tom.